Hi, my name is Brad. I'm a teacher. I want to today dive into the topic and discuss why it's incredibly important for all of us. The dedicated teacher shaping young minds and how we're overworked, overburdened sometimes, and sometimes we need that little assistance, or sometimes we just want to do a lot for our students and we don't always have the time. So I'm looking to give you a product that hopefully can help you. We're going to be talking about GPT and some of its plugins today, and then in other episodes I'd like to go in the bar, Bing, and just go into general uses today. So as educators, you know that each student is unique with distinct learning styles, strengths, and challenges. That's where our AI can come in to potentially help revolutionize and offer personalized adaptive learning experiences for each student and all abilities. Imagine having AI that right at your fingertip that can generate interactive lessons tailored to each student's need, answering their questions, and provide instant feedback. These tools can free up your time and allow you to focus on individualized instruction. So right now I'm going to talk about and show you where I've done this with an IEP thing. So I didn't know I had to write an IEP, so I created an IEP goal for a student whose words are 61 phonemic proficiency, orthographic 70, dibbles, nonsense word were 26, and I asked it to give me a rationale. So here's what it did. By the end of the school year, this student will do this. It gave me my goal right here. Now, then I said create an IEP report with a goal for the student and the same thing. So here's where it got into it. I have John Doe, 3rd grade, and I have the date I asked to do it, the assessments results, the word proficiency it's asking, and has that. Now there's the goal where it goes right into it. And it's the rationale of the John student reading are below level and he needs target instruction and practice in order to improve his reading fluency and comprehension. This goal will help John. Now, it even goes into services right here. So you can see the services is the list for Johnny. Evaluations, expected goals. Now, I know this isn't perfect, but if you're looking at it and you have this, it gives you at least a template. Now you can copy this, put this onto a sheet, and then fix what you would need. But for a teacher that has to run all these things through their brain, you want something that can look at it and give you an outline that will be able to let you customize it for that student. And it saves you time. Then at the end, look, I even got nonsense words. Right here, nonsense word list. And then I could continue to have more of a conversation. So if during that student I say they met that, I can click into that and continue to have a conversation that says he met this goals, and I'll cut and paste what he's still struggling with. And then it'll give me another outline or template to let me do that. That's what I'm looking for to customize students. And in ChatGPT, I'd be able to keep them and go back to them. And you can customize the label. So I'd be able to maybe not use his name, but I'd be able to use something like Johnny or Adam or something like that. Or I'd be able to number my students and I'd be able to follow them yearly and be able to introduction and have that. Another thing is where it's lesson plans. Because we want to look at producing, universal design, and we're looking at using social purposes and all these things. And sometimes we're breaking down our lessons and we're getting lesson plans on top of that from our curriculum, but we need to make sure that we customize them and add those. So in that, we can actually get that. So we can actually upload specific documents from any major supplier that we would get our lessons from for our curriculums. We can cut and paste the PDF document into that. It gives you a link. You then cut and paste it into this. Now you can actually get it to interact with that. Now, sometimes we don't know what we want in our lesson plans. Now, I've written different examples where I can do right here, where I can cut and paste different examples of what I want in that. I keep them in a document. So there is one. Now, I also have something called Prompt Perfect in there, which Prompt Perfect, if you don't know specifically how to word it to ChatGPT and it's not giving you what you want, Prompt Perfect is an extension in ChatGPT 4 that will let you build onto that and customize that. Now, see, it's going to break down my lesson plans, comparing fractions, and it's going to take each one of those. It gives me page numbers, and it'll actually put me into the areas where I'll need to be with that. Now, if we want to break down each day's lessons, that's a whole other thing we can go into. So, in another thing that I've done where I've taken ChatGPT, and let me scroll right here, math lessons. Oh, math lesson plans. I've done that. And it's produced right here, like lesson 17, understanding the equivalence. There's my content, my language, my social purpose, my I can statements, my state standards. I didn't put them in there because I didn't want to include them because I know we have different ones, but you can just write Common Core if you don't. Now here's where it goes, a UDL, where it has focused instruction, guided instruction, collaborative, independent, evidence of learning. And it continues that for each one of the lessons from that PDF. Now I can cut and paste them into my lesson plans and customize them accordingly.